Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and witches, how are y'all doing? This is another hard rant pertaining to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. And basically everything that you need to know why not to get this game. That's right, I'm doing a why not to get this game. I have played bits and pieces of Vampire the Masquerade, and I can already tell you the narrative is much better than Bloodlines 2. Here is a list of the reasons why Bloodlines 2 is not up for buying, especially for anybody that likes the previous game. I got a list right here because I will forget. The biggest one, and you see it before you on your screen, 2 factions. By the way, these factions are very important to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. The faction system is like a big thing when it comes to the vampire world. 2 of those factions are going to be hidden behind a paywall, a DLC. And that DLC is around $90 to $100 for a game that is literally $20 for the original Bloodline. The original Bloodline came out years ago, and it's even a flawed game. So Paradox came out and said, oh, through the Bloodlines name, we can make this game $90 on the Ultimate Edition. That is possibly the most retarded thing that I've ever fucking heard. You're doing the same thing as Obsidian, but worse. Paradox Publishing is not that big. It's big, but it's not Xbox and Obsidian big to be doing something this magnitude. What Paradox likes to do, I'll show you in a minute. I will show you in a minute. But like I said, the factions are very important, but they hide 2 factions to spite you. The factions are very important. That is a piece of content. 2 pieces of massive content, and then they threw it out. Hey, here's a full game of the game, but it's not the full game of the game because you don't have all of the factions. It's in the game, you downloaded the game, it's in the game, but you can't access it because you didn't pay more for it. $90 please, unless you're born somewhere else or live somewhere else. It's gonna be $130 please. Let's continue. Paradox is known for its enlarged DLC packs. As a matter of fact, I'll show you right now. Where you at, Paradox? There you are. Paradox Interactive Official. Let me show you what they got. Now, they have Stellaris, very well known. Do you see all those pink dots right there? That is a whole bunch of DLC. But they have a lot of games up here. Foundry, Millennia, City Skylines, Star Trek, Age of Wonders, Victoria. They also have Crusader Kings 3. They have a lot of games up here. Some of you guys might not know. Some of you do. But let's check what they do. What they like to do. And this is weird because for some odd reasons, all these games are $30 to $50 to $40. But for some odd reason, they thought Vampire the Masquerade, they could ride or die that shit and say, hey, this game is definitely worth $60, which would be okay, but half of the content is in the other Platinum and Ultimate attacks, Ultimate packs. But here, let me show you just one of them. Stellaris is a perfect example. Let's check out the game. Stellaris is $40. Let's check out what kind of stuff Stellaris has. Stellaris has a whole bunch of DLCs. They have so many DLCs that all the stuff is already in the game, but they're not going to give it to you. There's stuff on different maps, different areas, different factions, different packs, different star systems and stories. It's all in the game when you buy Stellaris, but all of this stuff is locked. How much does that whole bundle cost? $274.24. That's what they like to do in Paradox. You know what? You don't fucking believe me. You think I'm some weird black dude. You don't fucking believe me. You don't believe me. Here's a second one. Here's a second one. Here's Age of Wonders. A whole bunch of packs on the side. All of those packs brings it up to $90. This is what they want to do to Bloodlines too. This is what they like. They don't care about the $40 game. What they saw was, oh cool, this game can be $50. And then they said, but we can increase that. Can you keep on working onto this game until the day we have 50 DLCs on this shit? That's Paradox. That's Paradox through and through. Let's continue. Because you still don't fucking believe me. This game's $30. This one's is it kind of new? It's last year. It looks like they didn't want to do a whole bunch of packs. Thank God somebody realized they didn't want to do that. Creator packs. There's a lot of creator packs. This one is kind of fine, but it's still got a lot. Everything's like $8. It's like, hey man, you can make different roads. No, this is a lot. This is a lot. This is 11 DLCs in this one game. No, they did it again. I was literally about to give them the benefit of the doubt and be like, it's not that bad. No, it's bad. It's bad. Let's see more stuff. I don't think Victoria. One more, because you guys still might not believe me. Here's an ultimate bundle of Victoria. All this stuff, all this sort of, ooh, oh, cool. This game, listen, this game is $40. This game's $50, but we didn't finish the game. The game came out full, but we had more shit every single day. $90, please. $90, please. Oh, you want the full game? Nah. Paradox doesn't like that. You want everything in the game? Nah, Paradox can't do that shit. Paradox can't do that shit. One more, because you still don't fucking believe me. Which one do you want? Crusader Kings or Age of Wonder? I'm gonna do Age of Wonders. The game is $30, and they got a whole bunch of added benefit. These packs are not just cosmetics. They are a whole different story. They are a whole different set, and they just rip off a piece of the game each and every time. You miss those games. You ever see those games that say like, oh, we got a new update? Like, for instance, Elden Ring Night Raid. They have free updates for Elden Ring Night Raid that significantly change the game. Okay, significantly change the game. But it's free. There's a lot of games out there that do updates and the game is free. I mean, the updates are free. And you're like, man, I'm surprised they're not like Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is a perfect one. They have free updates. They have a couple of paid DLCs, but a lot of their free DLCs is a massive change to the game. A massive addition to the game. And they're free on Cult of the Lamb. Not for these niggas. They think this game, Age of Wonders, $60, please. And we're gonna go to Crusader Kings 3, baby, because I know exactly what Crusader Kings 3 is gonna do. We got a whole bunch of different factions, baby. That's right, this game is $50. But guess what? We have all these other factions and all these other stories. And what could it come out to when you have the collection bundle? $171.09. That is them. Oh, look, one of them is free. This is what I'm talking about. They want your game. They want these games to come out in early access. They want to bring this game out and say the game is in full. And then Paradox says, keep adding shit. Everything's gonna be paid. And I'm pretty sure the developers are looking at this and going, can this be a free update? No. Can this be a free update? No. That's a whole That's a whole new game right there. That's 30 bucks right there. That DLC. That's 30 fucking bucks. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. That's Paradox. That's probably the reason why there were layoffs. Next thing, I got more, guys. I got more. Forced main character looks. Not much choice for an RPG. Your character is gonna look like this. Can you spot the female? Can you spot the female? Go ahead, take your time. Can you spot the female? What if I cover up the top? What if I cover up the top? Huh? Which one's the female? Which one's the female? Anyway. You want to see what Bloodlines 1 looks like? That's what Bloodlines look like. The first one. Notice the change in atmosphere. Notice the suggestive sort of animations, the looks, the overall aesthetic of Vampires 1. You see the difference? It's a complete difference. Let's leave this up here, because just in case you guys forgot. Ideology female lead looks like a man. We already talked about that. We're going to put that in the same section. By the way, you cannot change your character. You cannot. Your character is named Fire. That's right. By the way, it's spelled P-R-P-H-R-Y-E. That's right. Some millennial thought it would be hilarious if they named their character after a rock band. A rock band name. That's right. Your character's name is Fire. P-H-Y-R-E. They thought that shit. Oh man, yo, put our band name in there, bruh. Fire, bruh. I fucking. Oh, am I a millennial? I'm 38 years old. I can't tell if I'm a boomer or millennial. I can't stand the fuck. Oh, let's continue. The ripping out of the RPG aspect of Bloodlines. Let me tell you a bit about what I'm talking about here. The actual devs of Bloodlines 1 was working on this game, and they actually had many choices to the said game for Bloodlines 2. But for some odd reason, in expert accuracy, they were able to lay off each and every one of the developers that know Bloodlines back and forth. You ever find that? You ever find that? I mean, they still laid off more people, but they decided to delete the devs that knew what the hell they were doing. You ever find that funny? And then all of a sudden, as soon as the old heads left, as soon as the old leads left and got fired, the new ones came in. This is what we got. And like we were talking before, how somebody said, well, most of this is because of Paradox. This design right here is not because of Paradox. This is all the developers. This is what they believe. This is their ideology. Not every, we can go 50-50. You're part right, you're part wrong. So you know, it's like we're at the same level though. That half of it Paradox, half of it the development team. But as soon as those old heads left, this is what we got stuck with. Now, what's the next one? Oh, the ripping up the RPG aspect of Bloodlines. Now, let me tell you something. There's many different RPGs, okay? There's action RPGs, much like Mass Effect. There's isometric CRPGs, much like Icewind Dale or Pillars of Eternity. Of course, there's isometric ARPGs and JRPGs. You got your Path of Exile. You got your Radiata stories. Damn, that brings me back. You remember Radiata stories? Anyway, you got your Tales of Destiny. all these different RPGs. They decided to go with a narrative RPG. And by the way, it's not a narrative RPG. You do not have choices. You remember the 3-choice thing that they added with Fallout, or what they added with a different RPG? I forgot what it was. There was always 3 options. There was be nice, be mid, or be mean. I think that was Mass Effect. No, Mass Effect had more choices because it was a whole entire circle. This sounds like to me like Veilguard. But basically, you have basically those choices. Be nice, be neutral, be mean. That's it. That's all you got. There's nothing more. You remember when they showed Bloodlines 2 back in the day and you had a list of choices to say certain things? That's gone now. That's gone. For some odd reason, your character is an Eldar vampire, and for some odd reason, you can be nice as an Eldar vampire. Here's another thing. The game is Dishonored. That's what it is. Anybody remember Dishonored? Great game. This is Brokeback Mountain Dishonored. Damn, that's perfect. I like that. This is Brokeback Mountain Dishonored with less steps. That's what this is. There's no RPG here. You're probably, the only 2 options you got is be nice, be good, be mean. That's probably it. You also have a person inside your head, much like Johnny Silverhand. Now, I'm okay with Johnny Silverhand, but that's the last person that I have inside my head in an RPG. Okay, it's getting annoying now. It was okay with Johnny Silverhand because not only did Johnny Silverhand give you some time to do your own thing in your own little world, Johnny Silverhand was fucking dope. He was cool. He added flavor to the story. You get some bland vampire detective that's nice, and maybe he's not nice later on, but you can be mean or nice to the vampire detective. He's like, for some odd reason, when I saw somebody play this game, the vampire detective was like, huh, I'm inside an elder vampire. Oh man, we should be anyway, I got detective work to do. And I'm like, you're inside the main character and you're worried about your job? Who wrote this? You remember what Johnny Silverhand did when he found out he was inside your head in Cyberpunk? You remember? He tried to kill you. He tried to smash your head into the wall. Meanwhile, this vampire detective is just like, huh, it's kind of nice up in your brain. Do you want to be a detective? And that's what we got. We have a noir detective game. By the way, I don't know why you made the vampire in your head a noir detective. Because this is an elder vampire, and the very first thing that you do in this game is you kill innocent humans. That's right. You kill like 3 innocent humans at the beginning. And this vampire detective in your head doesn't give a fuck. And by the way, do not look at me like, oh man, well maybe you have a choice maybe you have a choice to kill these people. Nope. Press E to kill a human being. That's it. That's it, my guy. And for some, it's like, we got more detective work. And then for some odd reason, the detective work takes you back to the area where you just killed 3 innocent humans. That would be fucking hilarious. He's like, that would be fucking hilarious. It's like, you have no choice. You kill 3 humans. You kill all these people when you get out of this abandoned house, and then the brain in your head is like, let's be a detective. First case, let's find out how these 3 humans died. And I'm like, I think we can call this a case closed. I killed them, and I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Let's do a detective case to find out who died. And I'm like, nigga, the main character killed people. What are we doing? You're a fucking vampire. Why would you? It could be interesting if you had a choice to be a good vampire and be a detective, But it's one thing to have your main character in Bloodlines 2 kill innocent lives and then be a detective. What sort of oxymoron is that shit? What's that? It's like, oh man, I killed all these people. Anyway, I got detective work to do. Who killed this innocent woman? And I'm like, what about the guys you killed in that abandoned? You don't. Okay, all right. Let's move on. DLC packs is straight up nostalgia bait. Let me show you what I mean. All this stuff right here, the Retro Hunter, engraved pistol, the swords, the Jeanette outfit, Smiling Jack outfit, the stop sign, all of this is just nostalgia bait. Nostalgia, nostalgia, member berries, member berries. Let me tell you something right here. Do you see this character right here? This voluptuous, beautiful woman right here? If you buy the collector's edition, you get this woman. But guess what? This character has been redone. She has been re-edited. That's right. This hot, voluptuous, like, woman with her tits out and everything, her nice ass, she has been rewritten. Her whole outfit is different. She now is all covered up and she has black lipstick. What a fucking crock of shit. What a fucking waste of my fucking time. We had something right here and she looked nice. And then they covered up her whole body, covered up her tits, and then gave her black lipstick. And I was like, you can go fuck yourself. By the way, I don't know why you added the stop sign item. That belongs to a faction that you have to pay for. There's more. No trailers after 10 years of no updates. There's 2 months left. Right now, all they're doing right now is they're gonna do one trailer every 2 or 1 week. I would say every week. For the next 2 months, they're just gonna release trailer after trailer after trailer and then hope that it'll grab somebody. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna fucking work. You're not gonna grab anybody by trying to appease. You are not at the level of Bethesda. If this is an old game, you are not at the level of Bethesda. Bethesda somehow can get money by coming out of the woodwork and coming out of nowhere and then saying, oh yeah, the game's gonna be available in a month, and everybody's like, whoa, so cool. I mean, we'll see. Lately it's kind of iffy with Bethesda, but let's be honest, this game is not at the level of Bethesda. Okay, it's just not. You can't be bringing this thing out. We haven't heard anything for years, and then 2 months before the game comes out, you guys are like, told you the game's coming out, told you the game's real. You know who else did the same thing? Veilguard. You know who else had massive layoffs? Bloodlines 2. You know who else? Veilguard. And those are the reasons why I think this game is going to be a complete and utter flop. That's it. Paradox is nobody when it comes to RPGs. It's a shame because I could see some good games in their kit. But Paradox is just a publishing company through and through, and that's it. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. But they're money-grubbing pieces of shit. And you're going to see after Bloodlines 2 comes out, they're going to add multiple little packs, little cosmetic packs, little story packs later on after Bloodlines 2 comes out. But I don't know what they're going to add. What, are you going to add more detective work? It's not a fucking RPG anymore. You remember when you had stats? Remember when you had stats in Mascaraed Bloodlines? You don't get stats in this game. You do, but not RPG element stuff. But anyway, that's my take. Take it or leave it. By the way, this is a picture of the female character, and that's the detective that is in your bloodstream. Makes no fucking sense. Yeah, I want to be a detective. And I'm like, do you see the main character? The lady with no tits hiding her own tit. Yeah, that's what I want as a fucking vampire game. A fucking vampire hiding her tits. Everybody, even Alicia Keys, may God rest her soul. Even Alicia Keys understood what a vampire should fucking look like. Get a fucking grip. You're so fucking lost, covering up your fucking tiny ass fucking knobs in the front. Go fuck yourself.